We're going to take a look at vertical angles and linear pairs in this Math in Minute video. So the definition of vertical angles is at the intersection of two straight lines, opposite angles are congruent. So you can see in this figure that angle A is opposite of angle C. So they're congruent. So if angle A is, let's say, 50 degrees, then angle C is also 50 degrees. And that's because they're opposite of each other. Likewise, angle B is the opposite of angle D. So whatever the value of angle B, it's going to be the same for angle D. So let's take a look at some problems. So here we're going to solve for the missing variable. So we have 75 as one of the angles. Angle A is also 75 because it's opposite. This next problem, we have 120 is the angle and opposite of it is 2x. So we just set those two equal to each other since they're equivalent, they're congruent. So 120 equals 2x. So in order to get x by itself, we divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 60. This last problem, we have x plus 25, and the opposite of that is 3x minus 15. So again, we're just setting those equations to each other. So we're going to say x plus 25 is equal to 3x minus 15. We want to get like terms on each side, so we're going to subtract x from both sides. That leaves us with 25 over here equals 2x minus 15. So then we're going to add 15 to both sides. We're going to move over here, and we would have 40 equals 2x, because this is going to cancel, and 25 plus 15 is 40. So here we divide both sides by 2, and then our x is equal to 20. So again, vertical angles are the opposite sides are congruent. They're equal to each other. So let's move on to linear pair. The definition of linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles formed when two lines intersect each other and are supplementary. So linear means line, and supplementary is 180 degrees. So we know the angle of a straight line is 180 degrees. Also, adjacent means right next to. So we have angle AB are adjacent to each other, and they're equal to 180 degrees. Angle BC, they're adjacent to each other. Angle CD, those two angles are adjacent. And lastly, in this figure, angle DA are adjacent. And if you add those two together, you would get 180 degrees. So let's look at some problems. So again, we're going to solve for the missing variable. We have a straight line, which is this line here, and we're going to solve for A. So if we take this angle and this angle, it should equal 180 degrees. So we would have the equation 63 degrees plus angle A equals 180 degrees. If we were to subtract 63 from both sides, A would equal 117 degrees. So our next equation, again, we're looking for the line because we're talking about a linear pair. So we're going to look at this portion, and again, it has to equal 180 degrees. So our equation would be the 130 plus the 5x equals 180. So that's our equation here. We want to get like terms by themselves. So we're going to subtract 130 from both sides, and this will cancel out, and we're left with 5x is equal to 50. So then we're going to divide both sides by 5, and the 5's will cancel out, and 50 divided by 5 equals 10. So our value for x is equal to 10. So let's take a look at our last equation, our last problem. We have x plus 25 on one side of this line here. So we are going to add the x plus 25 plus 85 and set that equal to 180. So we're going to set up our equation, and we're going to have x plus 25 plus 85 equals 180 degrees. So if we add our constants together, on the left side we have x plus 110 equals 180 degrees. Now we want to have our variable on one side and our constant on the other, so we're going to subtract 110 from both sides, and then we are left with x is equal to 70. Again, linear pairs are a straight line and they equal 180 degrees because it's supplementary. Any math topics you would like me to cover, please leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you next time.